In The Mystery of My Valentine, Liam reflects on a haunting Valentine's Day spent in the jungle with a girl who mysteriously transforms, leading him to confront an eerie supernatural presence that blurs the line between love and horror.
I think about that day more than I should. Valentine's Day. It was supposed to be special, just me and her. I found this spot deep in the jungle, this hidden fall no one else seemed to know about. A place where it could just be us, away from everything. She was so excited when I told her. I remember how her hand felt in mine as we hiked, warm, familiar, like home. The trail was quiet. Too quiet, maybe. The kind of silence that feels wrong the second you notice it. No wind, no birds, just the crunch of dead leaves under our boots, and that strange pressure in my chest, like the air itself was watching us. But I told myself it was fine, just nerves. The waterfall was perfect. Sunlight scattered through the trees, casting ripples of gold across her skin. She looked at me and smiled. God, that smile. And everything felt worth it. We sat by the water, talked, touched, kissed. But then, it happened so fast I didn't even realize something was wrong. I blinked, just blinked, and suddenly she wasn't her anymore. It was everything and nothing at the same time. Her eyes were still brown, still soft, but they didn't look at me the same way. They looked through me, like she didn't recognize me at all. "Are you okay?" I asked. My voice sounded too loud in the stillness. She smiled, only it wasn't her smile. It was too wide, too sharp. Like someone wearing her face was trying to remember how to be human. I tried to back away, but her hand shot out, faster than it should have. Ice-cold fingers curled around my wrist. "Why would I be anyone else?" she whispered. But her voice, it wasn't hers. It was layered, something else behind it. Deeper, wet, like something rotting was trying to speak through her throat. That's when I noticed her bracelet, the one I gave her last year, was gone. My stomach turned. The water around us had gone still, completely still, like the jungle was holding its breath. I yanked my arm back and stumbled to my feet. I think we should go, I managed. She stood too. The way she moved, jerky like a puppet pulled on strings too tight. "Liam," she said, "don't you love me?" That's when I realized something was wearing her. I ran. I didn't look back. Every instinct in me screamed to get away from her, from it. But the jungle didn't let me leave. The trail wasn't there anymore. Just endless trees, shadows stretching too long, branches curling in like claws. And behind me, I heard it. Her voice, calling my name. "Liam, why are you running? I thought you loved me." But it wasn't her voice anymore. It was too close. It was inside my head, crawling through the cracks of my mind. I don't know how long I ran, hours, days, but eventually I made it back to the waterfall. And she was there, sitting by the water, smiling like nothing had ever happened. But it wasn't her. I knew it the second she turned to me. Her eyes were wrong, too dark, too deep, like staring into something endless. "I missed you," she whispered. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. And then, she wasn't sitting anymore. She was behind me, close enough to feel her breath on my neck. "Stay with me," she said, "forever." I don't remember anything after that. But sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and smell damp earth and metal. I feel her hand on my wrist, ice cold and unrelenting. And every night the jungle feels a little closer. I think I left a part of me there. Or maybe it left something inside me.